Why wait to see if you'll get something you like this Valentine's Day when you can go to BlueNile.com and find something you'll love? Whether you're looking to treat yourself to a little winter sparkle or show a galentine how much you appreciate them, Blue Nile offers a wide selection of high-quality designs, expert guidance, and free 30-day returns for the ultimate peace of mind. You can even design your own jewelry. Right now, save up to 50% at BlueNile.com. That's BlueNile.com.
Introducing Royal Caribbean's newest ship, Icon of the Seas, the ultimate family vacation. The ultimate 6 slides, 8 neighborhoods, 0 compromise vacation. The ultimate never done that, can't wait to do it vacation. The ultimate chillin' by a different pool every day of the week vacation. This is the Icon of vacations. Icon of the Seas, arriving in 2024. Book today. Come seek the Royal Caribbean. Ships Registry, Bahamas.
Hello again, hockey fans. Are you ready to brave the wild with me, your buddy, Paladino Joey? It is Saturday, February the 18th, 2012 or 2012 or whatever you want to call it. I'm, of course, your host, Paladino Joey or Joey Awajan, and I'm joined once again by Neil Natedogg Theising. He is in the house again.
Yeah!
And there's the signature shout-out once again, the calling card for Neil Natedogg Theising. Of course, this is episode number 54, Brave the Wild. Yeah, we're in a good mood, but not about the hockey team, though. Yeah, what the hell? What the hell has happened? Yeah, it's been a remarkable ride. It really has. It really has, yeah. And it's just like, yep.
What the
yeah, basically. But yeah, it's one of those deals, and I didn't do this. I remember I said this probably the last 5 episodes. Every episode I talk about, I go like this because I forgot to do this. When episode number 51, ironically, was released on December the 13th. Oh, we're going to talk about the 13th a little bit in this show today. Doomsday. It really was. I called the Minnesota Wild the best team in the NHL. The episode was published on December the 13th.
Why?
Why did I do it? Why did I do it? I don't know.
What were you thinking?
I'm not sure. I was really impressed with the coach. Everything was just meshing together like the perfect something. The perfect piece of the puzzle. Well, no, maybe not. But
Perfect piece of crap, maybe.
and that's about it. That's about it. It's been unbelievable. Yeah, it's December the 13th. The Wild are the worst team in the NHL. So since I could call them the best team in the NHL on December the 13th, well, since that day, they have been the worst team in the NHL. And guess what, folks? As you probably saw, that's the title of this episode. It's very deserving, yes. Right?
Yeah.
It's very deserving, yes. Yeah, they're not... Yeah, it's been a joke. So, yeah, we're going to get to myriad Minnesota Wild topics today, like always. We're going to have some good times here. We're going to be nice.
Oh, yeah.
And, yeah. I mean, really, we're going to start off with the horrible play, but also we're going to talk a little Koivu. We're going to talk the Merrick Zidlicky trade saga. I'm sure you're looking forward to that.
Not really.
Not really. The Bouchard second concussion situation, that really sucks. And we're going to end on a very positive note. We're going to talk about Zach Parise. And, we'll talk about that. Yeah, it's more positive. You know what positive and Zach Parise being in the same sentence as the Minnesota Wild, those 3 words all being in the same sentence, or 4 words, because Zach Parise is 2 words, but you get the idea. When you put all those in the same sentence, yeah, it makes you wonder, right? It all sounds like a possibility he might be here next summer. Wouldn't that be nice?
That'd be sweet.
That would be a shot in the arm, as they say. But Mike Yo said it best. To start off with the original topic here, yeah, the horrible play in general. That's kind of the main topic of the show. Why not just go with the main topic right out of the gate? Mike Yo, was it about a week ago against the Vancouver Canucks? Not after losing to the Nashville Predators, a horrible game where they blow. We'll talk a little more about that in a sec. Mm-hmm. Not losing twice to Columbus, but after getting beat by one of the better teams in the league. That's the only thing I don't agree with is the timing, but I absolutely agree with the words. What did Mike Yo say?
We flat stink.
We flat stink. That's what he said. And it's like, wow, he actually said it. I personally loved it. A lot of people, Paul Allen is like bad timing, and, no, not even bad timing. You're just kind of throwing your team under the bus. But it's like, no, they do flat stink.
Could be a lot more worse than stink.
Yeah, he could have gone angry video game nerd on it, huh?
Yeah.
He could have.
Yeah. Pretty easily.
He could have switched S's and F's, suck and we bleep, all that kind of. He could have thrown those letters together, those words together, back and forth, like the nerd liked to do on his Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game review, very aggressively. And he maybe not quite as far as that, but he could have come close very easily, and maybe he does behind closed doors.
Yeah, you don't know.
Maybe he does. I've been wondering that. No, okay. Though, I mean, if he did, I wouldn't even blame him because I'm so frustrated with the play of this team.
Yeah.
I mean, the last show.
Who hasn't?
Oh, go ahead.
Who hasn't been?
Yeah, really. I mean, who hasn't been frustrated with the play of this team? It's not a single Minnesota Wild fan, not a soul that's put on a Wild jersey, wore a hat, wore a jacket, wore the shorts, pants, shirts, whatever, is happy with the play of the team right now.
No one's happy when you lose.
Yeah, and it's been a lot of losing. It really has.
Mm-hmm.
Way too much. I mean, and then every time there was like a little teeny glimmer of a hope, they start to get a little bit better. We lose to teams like Columbus.
That's what they had said since the beginning. Are we a pretender? Or when we had our big winning streak, they always said, don't get so hyped on them now because this could be just a fake facade.
Like a the whole smoke and mirrors bit. And it's like, you wonder that, and then it's like, no, they're pretty good. I mean, even if they have a drop-off, maybe they'll be the fourth or fifth seed, and maybe they'll be good like that 0-2-0-3 team.
Well, yeah, because they're beating good teams.
Yeah.
That's why everyone thought we were going to be so good.
They were beating almost everybody. It's like, wow, this is so cool. I mean, I'm really falling in love with this. And it's just like a few losses all of a sudden in mid-December that shouldn't have happened, and it just... it's like you think, oh, they just had a crappy game. Damn,
Yeah.
Like, yeah, losing to Winnipeg was one, and then losing at Chicago in a shootout, it was disappointing. Like, the two best teams going for a shootout in the West, and it's like, oh my God, Minnesota-Chicago, the rivalry has begun.
Yeah.
Just like the old days, But then
never win shootouts.
yeah, but then, like losing shootout after shootout after shootout, and it seemed like right around then, it's like, This was our chance to make the ultimate statement, beat Chicago in Chicago, and go on this run, like try to separate us from Chicago. Mm-hmm. Oh my! And it's never been the same. We've never recovered from that loss.
Yeah, Chicago's NHL champions not too long ago.
yeah, just 2 years, 2 years or a year and a half
so
even.
They're going to be good. They're a stable team. They've been tested before, and and the Wild just haven't been tested, and
no,
like them, and yeah, they are young, so I guess stuff like this happens. But just going from amazing to horrible is in one season is just crazy. Just how that worked out or played out.
Yeah, it's tiring. It's tiring because the whole roller coaster of emotions, roller coaster, we know that song,
Yeah.
70s song. It's like that. It's like, a love roller coaster for the fan base. roller coaster of love or whatever the word is. It's
more like jumping off a cliff.
Yeah, like in one you're flying in the clouds. You know, you're in, and, you know, like, wow, we're the top record in the league. We're not just winning our division, but we're ruling the league right now. We may have home ice advantage. Who knows? You know, I mean, teams. Maybe we're like Boston now. Maybe we're going to be like, well, okay, maybe not like that, but but it's like teams get good and win. Like Carolina, when a few years ago they won their division and won the cup. Mm-hmm. Yep, because they had a few good veterans on that team and they got it done. Like, yeah, a one-hit wonder, but I'd rather have a ring than nothing. And
I'd rather get to the playoffs than nothing.
yeah, because it's not like basketball or football where you tank it. And you get in the top 5, and you're like, "Wow, we're guaranteed to get this stud." Where hockey, maybe the top 2 picks, you're guaranteed. Mm-hmm. After that, it's like it's kind of rolling a dice.
Yeah, it is.
Like we all know about Benoit Pouliot. Was it that Radoslav Klesa that went 1 pick behind Gabrick to Columbus? Mm-hmm. Columbus has never been good because of bad luck like that.
Yeah.
I mean, the 4th pick, it's like he doesn't stink, but he's Nick Schultz. That's all he is. Mm-hmm. Average, He's an average player that was taken 4th overall. Mm-hmm. Pouliot, I already said it twice, but yeah, he stinks really bad. Like, didn't work out at all.
No. Don't even hear about his name anymore.
Yeah, and like the James Shepherds and stuff. Yeah, like the top 10 picks.
Don't remind me of that guy.
I'm sorry. Yeah, well, thank God he hasn't played a game for the Sharks either, by the way. But but no, I mean, countless times those top 10 picks don't seem to work out. So to the point, it's like, yeah, I mean, tanking in the NHL, there is no point. Making the playoffs is better. Maybe, the 20th pick is a Brent Burns instead of the 6th pick, the Shepherds of the world. Mm-hmm. It's like you almost get more lucky later.
Yeah.
Than take some over-touted guy. But yeah.
Yeah, you just never really know, I guess, until they get in the league and tested and against other people who are really skilled. And I think guys usually find a niche who are really good and do good at something, a skill set that they can bring to a team. And if they don't find what they're good at and where they can fit in, then they just kind of blow off the map.
And that's what happens. I mean, that's what happened a lot. I mean, there's so many top 10, top 20 picks that just amount to nothing. Like Nick Johnson, we know who that is, right? Like he's like a role player, 3rd, 4th liner on the Wild right now.
Yep.
He was a top 15 pick for Pittsburgh a few years back. Think about that. Woo.
Wow.
That's frightening when you think about that, isn't it?
Yeah.
It happens a lot. It does, and it's a drag. Mm-hmm. It's like so it's like you kind of come to that point is...
I think he's had some good games here late.
He has. Oh, yeah. He has.
Uh-huh.
He has. He's had some good games, but it's like he's more playing his role in a sense than like leading a team, but or being one of the 3 or 4 guys.
Whatever happened to that one guy, Johnson? Didn't we have like a kid from Minnesota that was on like our team? That do we trade him or something, or have we drafted him? Who am I thinking?
Oh, are you thinking of Mario Lucia? No.
No.
There've been a lot of guys.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm blanking right now, and I apologize for that. Oh man, you got me at a. I think I have an idea what you mean. Are you thinking of Nick Leddy?
Yeah.
He was traded for. Maybe you're thinking of Kim, like he was traded for Kim Janssen. Maybe that's why.
We had a top guy like high up there for. I think it was Nick Leddy.
Yeah, that's who it was. Yep, the really high pick. Yep.
Yeah.
He was a Gopher prospect. Didn't really work out with the Gophers, unfortunately, because he just. Yeah, I don't know. Everybody seems to hate Don Lucia. NHL teams always want to pull him out of the Gophers for some reason, pull the blue chip guys out. But yeah, he went to Chicago. He's doing okay, like a lot better than Cam Barker. That's who we got for Nick Leddy. Oh my, that was a bad one.
Oh, we didn't get nothing for
Yeah, we literally gave him away because Cam Barker was just left as a free agent to Edmonton, and not because Edmonton was like, come here, you're such a valuable piece, we're going to throw all this money at you, but it was more like the Wild just said, don't let the door hit you where the good Lord split you, which is about what they sold him. Yeah, like get it, like we don't care, goodbye type of deal.
Yeah,
but
maybe it's like his attitude or something that they didn't like because if he didn't get along with Don Lucia.
Nick Leddy? Nick Leddy, yeah.
If you didn't get along with him, how do you get along with anybody? Because Lucia is supposed to be one of the more mild coaches out there.
Yeah, I can't see him being like Herb Brooks, in 1980 or whatever, like running him at 2 a.m. after playing a game. You know what I mean? Yeah, I can't see Lucia being like that.
No.
2 a.m. after playing a full game. Could you imagine? Sprints. Yeah. Maybe for an hour and a half after the game. Holy cow! That'd be brutal.
Yeah.
No, maybe more like 3 hours.
Just
but
a few of them are brutal.
Yeah, and and that was a different time too.
Yeah.
But it's just, it's interesting. It's like the team has had some historic collapses, and a couple other points kind of in here that I don't have like in the notes of any kind right now. But it's like points that have to be brought up, and it must be told. And obviously you know it, but. Todd Richards, the last couple of years when he was the coach, the team would be doing okay. Like the first year, they started really bad, they got stronger, and then fell off the map, missed the playoffs. Second year, they're doing really good, and then fell off the map even worse.
No.
And this year, they start off so good, like you can't even believe it.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God. And it was over a sustained period this time. It wasn't like 2 weeks, it was like 2.5 months.
Yep.
And the collapse has been worst I've ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
I've never seen anything like this, really.
Yeah.
It's one thing if you go from the top seed to competing for like the 9th and 8th seed, but I mean, we're headed to like 13 range here, like the bottom. Real quick, Winnipeg is ahead of the Wild right now. Winnipeg, folks. Oh my God! They were the Atlanta Falcons, the Atlanta Thrashers at one point. Remember?
Yeah. I have no idea.
Huh?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, it's like no idea why. Yeah. Like what?
I was pretty impressed. They had a black player in there. He's looked really good, Evander.
Oh yeah. He's been all right. Yep. Yeah, he is one of the better players out there. He is. Yep, there've been some good ones. Anson Carter. Of course, he's a little bit older now. I don't know if he's still in the league. No, he probably isn't. That was a good 10 years ago or more. But, yeah, there've been some good ones. Mm-hmm. There have. But, I mean, we've had these crazy situations where they're kind of like the Vikings were last year, where it's like not only are they not doing well, but it's almost as if they're refusing to win. Because that losing twice to Columbus is, like, unbelievable. Because how bad Columbus is.
Uh-huh.
Why are they losing to Columbus? Like, the morale is nothing.
They played like crap. There's so many, like, Backstrom was still playing on top of his head, and, like, they were still, like, only tied and stuff. Yeah, it's...
No scoring threat at all.
Mm-hmm.
At all. And it's like, like we talked about a few seconds ago, like... a few minutes ago, blowing a 3-0 and ultimately a 4-1 lead against Nashville. The crowd was booing the living you-know-what out of them. It was... And, like, there were some of the softest goals, like, we've ever seen, where it was just like, oh, they just fling the puck at the net. Oh, it went in. Mm-hmm. Oh, they just tied the game. And, and then, like, 30 seconds left, it's like, same thing. Boom. Like, how... That's one of those games you never forget. We'll talk about that, like, 12, 13 years from now. Like, that was funny.
Yeah.
Kind of like I still remember the Minnesota Timberwolves blowing a 7-point lead with 40 seconds left in the game and losing in regulation. Because they turned the ball over 4 times down the court that led to 8 points in 40 seconds. So it was, that was basically the Wild's version of it right there.
Yeah.
Same thing. It was just unbelievable.
There's really no explanation for what that happens.
Yeah. Ghosts in the building or something. Ghosts.
So.
Yeah. They saw something. They heard sounds. They're gonna have to bring Zach Bagans in the XL Energy Center. Ghost Adventures this summer because nobody will be playing then. Maybe you'll hear stuff going on. Oh yeah. I'm sorry, I can't help it, but there must be ghosts in the arena because something's wrong.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just
collapsing the way. Yep.
Like once the team starts losing, a lot of people get more edgier, and I guess a lot more things can happen between the players and than what you actually see. Maybe, they just had it with each other and just be like, well, if we're not winning, why should I play for you, or why should I do good for you and whatever, because,
there's got to be a touch of selfishness going on with a team like that right now. Mm-hmm. There has to be. Yep, people kind of playing for themselves and screw the coach type of deal going on. You can just feel it. It's sad because it was like the ultimate dream earlier. Coach, players were like just in this harmony. Now it's garbage.
Well, you could tell from the Zidlicky thing with the coach. That's a big sign.
Mm-hmm. That is a big thing. That we're going to get to very shortly. It's that never worked. By the way, to kind of foreshadow what we're going to get to, those two were never on the same page. Mm-hmm. Never. Yep, and that's in the notebook. Yep, they were never on the same page from day one. It's been strange. Like in one. Go ahead.
I'm sure it just got bigger.
Yes.
Like once they started losing and stuff. Like before, it was quiet about it.
Yeah, now he's really vocal, and then there's more. I'm sure there's more players behind the scenes popping up, more weeds popping up in the not as pretty garden. The garden that isn't as pretty as it was a few months ago. Yeah. There's a lot of weeds sticking up. Like Zidlicky's the biggest one, but there's some others I'm sure that have been popping up. Weeds. Yep.
I wonder if that's kind of what was it Schultz, his big thing was about too. Mm-hmm. But more of I don't know if it was more the team losing or more mad at the coach for stuff. I don't know. Who knows? Did he?
Yeah, he mentioned something, didn't he? Did he say something?
He said something about it.
Yeah, he spouted off about something. I do remember vaguely, and that I don't have in the notes, unfortunately. Mm-hmm. He did, and I keep saying the word notes too much, and I'm sorry out there, but I'm sure every show says that. But it's like, it's too many voices, too many frustrations are coming out. It's getting worse. Yeah.
It's like, how many times can you say the team sucks and
Ooh, there's that. Yep.
And that doesn't really motivate the players to be better or whatever. They need to all have a sleepover or something, and have a pill fight or something. Have a team bonding, because lock them in a gym or something and have them play basketball or do some fun stuff. I don't know. Yeah, something away from hockey a little bit. Yeah. It'd be nice. They're too tense. Like the Paul Allen of KFAN, I talk about him a lot. It was he was in the XL Energy Center earlier this week. They call it the penalty box or whatever, where they recorded the show, or not recorded. They did the live show there. Mm-hmm. I'm sure. Yeah, they recorded a podcast too. They always do, but it's. They were saying, a lot of the players, they wouldn't even look at, they say hi or whatever, they won't even look at you because they're too tense right now. And the coaches and everything, it's just, it's tense. Like Darby didn't even look at PA, which PA was like shocked, like, wow, he's never been like that. So it's a tense situation down there. And like one other thing that can lead really quick is, obviously the team's not playing well. B, there's really not, they were never really meant to be a number one seed when you have like only a couple guys that are good. Really, the rest of the team is kind of role players. The depth is not what it was deeper on this team than it had been in the past, but it's not like star, second liners, like legit second liners to go with the top liners. It's more like semi-first liners and third and fourth liners, basically, kind of playing ahead of where they're supposed to be. Yeah. And now it's scrubs. You have the Warren Peters of the world. Eric Christensen, that sounds like somebody you met at work or something. Mm-hmm. We traded him for Matt Cassian, who did nothing either. Well, Christensen.
Actually, Wellman, excuse me, I'm getting mixed up. Go ahead.
Christensen, there's a Christensen on the 80s Olympic team.
Oh yeah, there was there was. Yep.
Yeah.
But that's like that's the only relation to anything good in hockey that I could think of.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Otherwise, it's funny. His role. What his specialty is.
What's that?
He's good at shootouts. It's like, really? Really?
Yeah, he just scored like a goal the last game.
And he did. That's the funny part. He did. Isn't that funny?
Yeah.
It's hilarious. It's like, well, at least he filled the role, but it's like, woohoo. That's his role, I guess. I mean,
and they're surprised
good, but
they had Cullen in there too.
Yeah, I think he made, he did make him earlier, but now he's not doing well.
He can't score nothing for the life of him.
He's really struggling. I mean, there's too many scrubs on this roster. There's a lot of guys that you just, who the heck is this, There are way too many guys like that. Clayton Stoner has taken, 3 steps back at least. Like, I really liked him for years, keeping an eye on him from Houston. Obviously couldn't see him play, but kind of kept an eye on him here and there. Mm-hmm. And then finally got to play in the NHL. Looked, decent last year. This year he's almost terrible. He's almost terrible range. Zanin is really, really falling off the face of the earth. Brodziak was doing really, really well. Now he's not doing as well. It's just one thing after another. And obviously, we know injuries are going to cause things, but are going to cause a problem. I mean, look at the 99 lost Twins. Too many injuries.
Yeah. They
played really poor, like the Wild are, but still. Still, they shouldn't be that bad.
No. Koivu's injured.
Koivu was injured, and then he came back earlier, but still. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're going to get to him real shortly. Yeah, he's the next topic. This one's like the big long one, though, isn't it? Yeah. It's a biggie. Yeah, there's too many scrubs on this team now, and that's another reason why we're losing, too.
Well, we could talk about hockey forever,
Oh, we can. Yeah, we enjoy it.
Yeah.
We enjoy it, don't we?
Yep.
We really do. The goalies have been inconsistent. That's one thing we can talk about forever as well. Mm-hmm. Harding gives up too many soft goals.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. I like him a lot, and there were times when it's like, okay, trade Backstrom. Let's free up a ton of cap space. Then getting Zach Parise won't even be, it'll be like, as long as he wants to come here, it'll be easy as pie. You won't have to worry about salary cap. Mm-hmm. Sign Harding to a reasonable deal and call up Matt Hackett. Because he's probably going to be the goalie of the future. He's probably better than all of them, but Harding stinks now. Oh, but go ahead.
Yeah, Harding.
Go ahead. Yeah, Harding is just falling off the face of the earth.
Yeah, it's weird.
Mm-hmm. Backstrom is expensive as ever, and he's never been good at shootouts.
Nope.
We were talking about that extensively before we.
Frustrating, yeah. Actually, this is weird.
Yeah.
For Valentine's Day, guess what my girlfriend gave me? I just like to say a shout out to Chrissy, my new girlfriend.
Yes.
Finally, first one in my life, and hopefully the only one.
Yep, all you need.
Yep.
It's all you need. Heck.
Just need a good girl, and she got me a Backstrom jersey.
Oh, cool. There you go. Just don't use it on the shootout. No, okay. But no, he's really good. He's expensive, but he's really good. He is a really good goalie. He's the best goalie of the Wild I've ever had. And no, that's cool that she's done that. And
yeah, she's a really great girl.
I'm with you on that. I mean, I could say. And I can say this with legit about none as well. Mm-hmm. She's not my first, but she's my first real girlfriend. I mean, honestly, honestly, no. About the other couple out there, no, they're not real girlfriends. So sorry to say that, but I mean, sometimes it's just there is nothing there, and when you got something going, there you go.
Yeah.
Sorry to be side topic, but hey, it's good though. I mean, you're more than welcome to give that shout out, and it's a good thing. It's a good thing. So hi, Christy, and congratulations.
It's always a good thing having someone who cares and loves for you.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. And those of you listeners out there that you probably know about that as well. Mm-hmm. And those of you that haven't had a girl yet, your day will come. Yep. Your day will come.
Be positive and.
We're shining examples, yes. And no, it's not because there's anything wrong with us. It's of course not. It's just we're probably just too nice. I don't know. Yeah. That's there's lots of Facebook groups about that. Like nice guys get like 1% of the girls. Yeah, it's a fact. But usually in the end, the patience pays off, and praise God.
Keep your mind open, and put one step in front of the other, and just just happens.
Absolutely. Yep, and praise God for that.
Yep.
Absolutely. So, anything else you want to go with the Wild? The bad play, or shall we move to the next topic?
Oh, I don't know
I'll let you
how
have
much you can talk about them stinking.
yeah. I mean, yeah. It's like I figured I'd let you have the last word. That's usually what kind of host I am.
Yeah.
Yep. So. You're like, they stink.
How many times can Mike Yo say, they stink, they're horrible.
Yeah. I mean, and it's like, he's speaking the fans' mind, which I like, and media members, we love it. But, yeah, it might not be a good idea to keep doing it, because it's like, obviously the players are going to get bored of it, and, yeah, it doesn't... Oh, God, I really like Mike Yo, but it's like, no, I don't know. Shit. Okay, I hope you didn't hear that.
Why don't we just start... like building them up instead of breaking them down all the time.
Yeah, because he did a good job of it early on. He did a really good job. Where it was stern, but a good kind of stern. Like, you're better than that. You know you're better than that. Go out there and prove and show me type of deal. And it worked.
Yeah.
Now it's like, we suck right now. Boy, this has been bad. We're not doing this or that. And it's starting to sound like, okay, I don't want to say the two words. Kurt Rambis of the Wolves, yeah. We're not giving the proper effort tonight. It was like, this is boring,
Yeah, I remember that.
That's what he said after every game. Every game. They lose to the Washington Wizards and the Clippers and teams like that. And yes, Timberwolves Explosion is available on the sportstuff.com and on iTunes. Ricky Rubio fans out there that are bandwagon joining the Wolves now. But yeah, go ahead and check that out. But yeah, very much so.
Oh yeah.
When the coach does the same thing over and over, people get bored early, even if they're a new coach. I like Mike Yo a lot, but man, oh man. Okay, we'll see. Hopefully he can learn from this experience.
Yeah,
and I'm sure he will.
Rookie coach,
Yep.
Yeah, it's gonna happen. Just like any kind of rookie in the NHL or rookie, in sports, they're a phenom, but it rarely ever happens.
Yeah. It's really rare that there's a phenom right away. It's really rare, We're just gonna hope that it works out, phenom coach or whatever. And sometimes those flame out. Sometimes they do. Like, man, he's a great coach, and then 2 years later, fired. Fired because it just didn't work, It happens a lot, actually. So speaking of phenoms, and no, he's not a phenom, but he guess he's the de facto franchise player, Mikko Koivu. It's like, yeah, he's been a good captain with the players, and they swear by him and everything. They look at him as the captain, but... And, this is my opinion. It's not up to, it's up, it is up to you what you feel. I don't mean it's not up to you. It's not saying, what I mean is, it's not saying you have to agree with me, but you can. But no, one thing that Michael Russo of the Star Tribune, so citing another media source out there, is that, he's not really a good captain with the media representing the team and such, especially after a loss. He's just kind of like, doesn't really say anything. He doesn't step up. He's not really a stand-up guy as much as you'd think he is. And, that's just a small thing, kind of representing the team in that sense. Like, he's not really the face of the franchise at all, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, I just
to be blunt.
I just thought, when they made him the captain, the all-time captain, I was kind of like, what? Are you serious?
Yeah, he's the all-time captain.
That's going to give him what kind of motivation to be better than what he is, and, why would they do that?
That's a valuable point, because it just seems like we're constantly waiting for Koivu to really truly become that leader guy. He's never really been the leader that a lot of people want you to believe he is. I don't think so. That's a really good point that you brought up right there, because it just seems like every year we're like, he's better than this. He's better than this. He's going to be better. He's better than this. I don't think he is he? He's not getting better.
I thought the worst decision the Wild ever made was to let Gabrick leave.
That was painful. It's like, and it's like, that's like a mixed thing as well. The question of that is Yeah, did they put enough effort to keep him? I mean, Doug Risebrough completely blew it by not trying to sign, and not being more aggressive trying to sign him the year before. He was, in his last season. Like, he was eligible for an extension the year before. Risebrough didn't even try. And, of course, Gaborik got hurt, which screwed that up even worse, so you couldn't trade him. So not only if you did not going to sign him or not going to be able to sign him, knowing what he's going to be, knowing that he's difficult already, they didn't try to trade him until it was too late.
So there's like
Sorry.
all that.
Sorry.
They are all second guessing. Oh, he's never going to be the same, player, and
He's not worth the money type bit. He's always hurt.
yeah.
And he was. But yeah, that was a colossal loss for this franchise, for a team that not only, I mean, they needed a prolific scorer when he was here.
Yeah.
So then when he leaves, holy moly, do they need a prolific scorer? And they're not even close.
It's not just the scoring. It's not just
Yeah.
all that. It was his voice of the team. He was the voice of the hockey team.
He was.
He was the oomph, the gut
He was.
feeling.
More than, and I know there's a lot of Gaborik haters listening right now. But, no, I mean, he was. He actually did have something to say more than Koivu. I mean, you don't really hear anything about Koivu, really, except when they're doing well. Oh, yeah, sure, he's Johnny on the spot, like anybody would be. But when they're not winning, Russo adroitly mentioned, a guy like Greg Zanin as well, they won't even talk to you. It's like, really? They won't even talk to you? Like, that's immature.
Yeah.
That's unprofessional. It's not acceptable if I'm going to kind of honor you as the face of the franchise. And not only as the person being the face of the voice, he's really not... Can I say this? Can I say it? He's really not that good. He's good, but he's not that good,
Yeah.
And I'm being blunt here, really blunt, because I'm frustrated. I'm frustrated. He leads by example defensively, but his offensive game... Again, I can't believe I'm coughing here, but...
And of course, the team's gonna advertise him as much as they can to sell tickets and stuff. But
yeah, it's like that's the best they can do, I guess. Unfortunately, but it's like, yeah, he's not really that face. No, he should be your second or third guy.
Yes,
fourth. No, okay, that's mean, but third,
second to third.
Second to third, that's perfect. A lot of people even say he's a second line center, not at first, which is like it's kind of scary when you think about that.
Yeah.
He's a great passer and he's great defensively, but he makes way more mistakes than a true captain of a team makes. He makes the kind of mistakes where you're just at times where you're like pulling your hair out, like, really, he did that?
Well, we all thought
Dumb
Cullen
penalties.
was gonna be like our first, and like we thought he was that good, and maybe he did good before he came here.
Yeah.
But, I don't know. It's always not really maybe the player, more like the people around you that make you good.
That's a point, too. Koivu numbers probably would be higher if he was on the Blackhawks. Or the Penguins, probably, or San Jose or something. More guys to pass the puck to. Because Gaborik's not a scorer. Koivu is not a scorer. He's a playmaker. And he'll get 20 goals, but he could get 50 to 80, not 80, but 50 to plus assists on a good team, I'm sure. And that can add up to 70, 80, 90 points if you're lucky enough. But
yeah.
Still, he makes the kind of mistakes at times that make you pull your hair out where, I don't know, I think he should be an alternate, not a full captain. It's just the problem is there's nobody on this team right now that you can just say, you can just plaster that C on their chest right now.
He's even said himself that, and they've even talked about it before too, that they put all this pressure on him to be this great, captain, this, person that's supposed to be, the
legendary captain. Yep.
Yeah, and
yep.
that, doesn't motivate a person. That doesn't, there's nothing to work towards. You're just expected, too many expectations, and
yeah, it's a bad thing.
Makes him nervous, and
it does. I'm sure it does.
And so you get and they're paying him so much money. He's like, how am I ever supposed to live up to this? These expectations, and just look at money doesn't make you any better than you are. Just look at Mauer.
Yeah, it seems like Minnesota teams do that way too much. Garnett, Mauer, Koivu. Like, Koivu didn't get like a massive contract, but in hockey terms and Wild terms, yeah, it's bigger than the other people's. Where, yeah, we do that too much, where we'll literally, like, put these players up like pagan idols almost, literally. The Mauers, the Garnetts, guys like that, Koivu, probably Rubio right now with Wolves. They're starting to do that a little bit.
Yeah.
They're kind of, they put them out there, they worship their stars. Almost literally, they worship them.
Yep.
And then it seems like they don't live up to it. They collapse under it because it's just, it happens too much. It happens way too much. And the fans are partially to blame, I hate to say.
Yeah.
Especially with Garnett. Oh. That's all for Timberwolves explosion someday, but man, that's frustrating.
If it's that, or is just that more the role players suck so bad that there's no really other people to cheer for than the stars.
That's a big part of it. Yeah, that's a big part of it. I mean, the Twins I thought had depth. The Wolves, not really. Sometimes, but not really. The Wild, no.
I think the Twins do a better job than most of them. With
More no.
They had, more surrounding people, but they just had crappy luck.
Yeah, they had bad luck, injuries and stuff, and the manager. Okay, I'm just kidding.
Whoa.
That was harsh, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, I'm not trying to come on here and hammer Koivu, but it's like, it got to a point where, yeah, I'm tired of waiting. I'm tired of waiting for him to really, truly take the reins of this franchise as a leader, not necessarily as the superstar, but as a leader. I'm not seeing it. Not as much as you'd like.
I'm tired of waiting for a freaking winning team in
That
Minnesota.
That too. This
is out loud.
This has been Loserville.
Besides the Lynx.
Yeah, the WNBA champion Lynx. Yep, we're trying to get a male team winning.
They're gonna start calling us a bunch of girls or something.
Yeah, right now we are. It's kind of fitting. Okay, that's mean, but it's true. It's kind of fitting. Yeah, Koivu. No, I don't hate him, but yeah, you get the idea, right? I've probably gone over it too much, haven't I? Come on, Joe.
Yeah, no. Joe.
Oh, boy, yeah. So now we go to another guy. Yeah, we talked about him already a little bit. A guy that I really, really, really liked about a year and a half ago. Just loved him. Marek Zidlicky.
I liked him when he was on Nashville.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, he was there. Yep. You did, didn't you? He was good here, too, this first year, 2 years here, I think. But it seemed like, yeah, last year the injury bug bit. So, fittingly, after you sign a contract, people tend to get injured. It seems to happen a lot.
Yep.
It does. And then in comes Mike Yeo. They haven't seen eye to eye from day one. Zidlicky has not scored a goal for the team. The mental mistakes have been off the charts for a guy in his mid-30s. Off the charts mental mistakes. And I'm sure Mike Yeo and him just don't get along, and it makes him screw up more.
That's always the problem with veterans,
Yeah.
Veteran players don't always. They have a big, hot head almost, like they know it all.
Yep, and I guess that's what's been going on with him and Mike Yeo. They've had they always. It's funny too how they've had a lot of chats behind the scenes and kind of semi in front of the media, like the practice type of deal. And a lot of ways, it's like I think the time for talking is over. Either it's some like. Obviously, it's not worth it. If the guy's not playing well in your system, trade him, cut him, whatever. Cut ties is more likely a way to put it.
Yeah.
You have to. And there's no reason to keep him. He's obviously given up already anyway. He has.
You could still get value for him, though, because he's a veteran. And
he could fit somewhere, definitely. And that's good. I mean, I just hope I hope there is something coming our way. There have been rumored trades. He's been scratched several times this year. His defense has been horrendous. He was asked to be traded January 31st. He waived his no-trade clause. And there was a New Jersey trade idea, but we haven't heard anything that would come back in our direction. Fletcher's constantly said something about how that was like really preliminary. There's no way to really say he's going to get traded to New Jersey yet, and that several teams are interested. Excuse me. But it's just been one of those. We're back at one of these again. Like, there have been a lot of these over the years. It seems like.
Didn't he have like a great year with Lotta and Dress?
Yeah.
Like,
well,
they
that
were both like doing really good, and then we had that drop off. Like,
but go ahead. Yeah, that was Havlet. It was more Havlet in Lotta and Dress.
No.
Yeah.
I thought it was
Remember?
Zidlicky too.
Oh, yeah, actually, yeah, you're right. It was kind of a three-way thing.
Mm-hmm.
But then, yeah, Lotta and Dress, that's another topic I didn't put in the notes. Why didn't I put it there? Very briefly, I mean, there's not really much more to say about Zidlicky, is there? We can kind of throw him on the side, but
yeah.
We can kind of throw him in here and there, but Lotta and Dress, boy, he had that good year, signed a 2-year contract.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's played 20 games in those 2 years.
Yeah.
Ouch.
I don't know.
Ouch. What do you think the odds are? 1 to 10. 10 being the highest. That Lotta and Dress returns next year.
I say throw him in the fishbowl again.
Yep. 0. Yep. 0 chance. Yeah. It's
drown him.
That did not. Yeah.
Hope he drown.
Yeah. What a thief. Okay, I didn't say that. Basically, he is. Basically, when you think about it, signed a big contract, show at a camp, out of shape the first year. Hip. He was just out of there forever. And this year, I guess it's a concussion, but still, it's like, come on.
It seems like there's always something.
Yeah, it's like you feel for him in that sense, yet at the same time, come on. The guy has not done anything for this team, and it's over.
I thought there was so much excitement when he came in here. We were like, oh my gosh, we're going to get this amazing goal scorer and team player. And then, after he had his big, some big games.
Yep.
Yeah, and after that, nothing.
Absolutely nothing, and that's the end of Zidlicky. It's the end of Lotta and Dress. Zidlicky, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm at a point. I'll briefly say this before we get to the final two brief topics. If they traded, and obviously you're not going to trade and cut everybody, but I'm just saying.
Almost.
Yeah. Oh, no. But I'm just saying, obviously the good news is there's young players coming up and all that good stuff. That we could save that for another show unless there's someone you want to throw in later. But supposedly this new wave of talent's coming soon, right? But
hopefully,
yeah, hopefully. But it's like mostly out of all the players in this roster, if any of them were traded, a tear wouldn't drop my eye, including, and I know it won't happen, and they're saying there's no way they would do this, that would be stupid, Koivu. Even if they traded Koivu, a tear wouldn't drop my eye, as long as we got fair value in return. I wouldn't miss him that much.
Who would you want for Koivu?
Somebody's better. A Parise type, obviously probably it'd have to be a package deal because Parise's better than Koivu, I think.
Oh, yeah, you think so?
I could be wrong. Am I too far? Maybe not. Maybe I'm not being, maybe I'm overstating, aren't I?
A little bit.
Like, come on, Joe.
Yeah. I think he's Koivu's good. It's just
I'm too hard. I'm sorry.
He is pretty inconsistent.
That's the thing. It's like he's very inconsistent, and that's driven me crazy for years now. It's just you keep waiting. Is this the year that he's going to break out? And it's like, what does he have to be? 35?
Yeah. What kind of player does he need around him to get this thing pumping?
Because Heatley hasn't done anything. Gucci's another topic we could have got into big time today. He's the other Lotta and Dress, frankly. Oh, but he scored 2 goals last night. Yeah, so what? Too little, too late, Seto. Satan Sato. Okay, I didn't say that. Sato, right? No, I'm just kidding. That's mean, right? Sato. It's like another word for Satan. That's where his goals have gone to hell this year. I wasn't big on him even coming in, honestly. I was like, I'm looking more at the prospects than him. Mm-hmm. And he hasn't disappointed me in that way, I guess. Disappointed other people, though, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, we talked about Latendress's concussion. Now, Bouchard, obviously, we talked about him on the last show a little bit, but it's like, yeah, he's still feeling, the update is he's still feeling pain. He's worried about his future, but he's very determined to return. For a guy that was out about a year and a half with concussion symptoms to have another one, it's sad.
I feel like I have a concussion right now, how tired I am.
Uh-oh, look at you. Is it because of me?
No, I just kidding.
Yeah, it is. No. Yeah, none would be like, Joey, you make me tired, too much talk. Yeah, I'm a troublemaker there. That was bad.
Whoa.
Nobody heard it though, right? You all just muted it right at that time.
Yeah.
Okay. But no, it's man. That is sad though. I mean, yeah, it's hard not to feel for a guy like that.
Why is it always our big players in Minnesota always have concussions?
Yep. Dustin Morneau, obviously Bouchard is one. Mm-hmm. There've been lots. There've been more. I'm starting to blank now. I mean, like name a couple. No, you're like I can't, Joe. There have been. Yeah, I'm blanking. But I mean, yeah, Morneau was a biggie.
Oh, wasn't not Sidney Rice.
Percy Harvin?
Percy Harvin, yeah.
Yeah, with him it's been like it's like,
those are
migraines. It's like similar in like head pain, but yeah, it's been rough.
Favre, didn't he get a concussion?
Yes, that was his last game because his head got basically plastered into the turf, a very hard frozen turf in TCF Bank Stadium. Mm. That was his last moments as a active playing professional football player.
Yeah.
Yep, against the Bears. Yeah.
There you go.
My new football team that the Vikings leave. Yep. I'm announcing it. Yes.
The Bears.
Not the Packers. No. No. We'll still be arch rivals, Green Bay fans. Oh, yeah. The Bears are your arch rival, and the Vikings are. So, yeah, still hate the Packers both ways. Vikings won't leave town, but if they do, well, yeah, go Bears.
It'll be hard to cheer for any team other than the Vikings for me. You know.
Mm-hmm. That would be. It won't feel the same. I know that much. It'd be awkward.
Yeah.
Go Bears, yeah. Anything else you want to say about Bouchard, or just feel for him? Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, I just hope we're able to see this Spinneroonie, again. Never. Yeah, it was pretty awesome when he did those things, but he didn't really score that much when we had him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's not as dominant as you would have liked.
Yeah.
I mean, there were times people were actually even considering he might be like an all-star type player. No, he's never been that. No, he hasn't. He's a piece though, but he's a second to third line. That's what the Wild are all about, I guess. Second and third liners.
Yeah.
He's a second liner, I would say. Mm-hmm. But kind of a small skill guy, I guess. I guess that's be second line because third line is generally checking, like the Clutterbuck types. He's a perfect third liner. Clutterbuck. Braziak, guys like that have been great checkers for this team. Mm-hmm. They should play checkers. Okay, sorry. I'm sorry. Did you like that?
I don't even know if they'd win that one, Joe.
Yeah, that was awesome. I don't think they would. They probably, they would get kinged big time by LA. Uh-huh.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, and the Kings have always owned the Wild, seems like. Sons of, they would be kinging them, all right. Mm-hmm.
Well, they should just get a new franchise in here and start all over.
Whoa, another careful. Hey, Norm, we need you. Okay, sorry. No, stay over there in Europe, you old bastard. Okay, sorry. Yeah, Norm Greed sucks. Yep. Okay, sorry. There, we got to say that on Brave the Wild.
Yeah.
Zach.
That's stating it,
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, Zach Parise, that name's been brought up a few times today, hasn't it?
Yep.
And it's going to be brought up this summer. Yes, it's going to be brought up this summer, maybe even before the trade deadline, maybe. Doubtful, but maybe. He basically has... he'll still tell you, yep, he's happy where he's at for the time being.
Yeah.
He's mentioned multiple times that arena over in New Jersey is pretty quiet for some reason. He doesn't really know why. They're just really quiet. I personally think the New Jersey Devils are one of the most boring franchises in the history of professional sports.
That's where our coach came from, and didn't he go back there too?
Yeah, sorry, Jacques, but yeah, they're pretty boring.
Yeah.
I've thought that for years. I hate to see them sign to good players.
Probably why they got him back, because Jack's a pretty interesting guy.
Yeah, and I like Jacques Lemaire. I mean, his coaching style can get boring, but it was successful. It brought a Stanley Cup to New Jersey. It took the Wild a long way in 2003, but yeah.
He had a few...
he had some moments.
Playoff, yeah.
Go ahead.
He had some other playoff moments, too.
Yeah, he had some moments. He did. The year before they won the Cup, 2 years before they won the Cup, they got to the conference championship round. They got that far with the Wild, but yeah, Zach Parise is a New Jersey Devil, and all indications are that he's very interested in coming home. Obviously, off the record, so it's kind of hearsay-ish, but quote-unquote good sources have indicated that on multiple occasions, apparently. He did recently buy a home here, and yeah, it's like, that doesn't necessarily mean anything, and sure it doesn't, but maybe.
Yeah, because he's from here, but...
Yeah, and he's from here.
So you never know.
I honestly think he would clearly be a nice face of the franchise for this team.
Couldn't hurt.
It couldn't hurt. It really couldn't. I mean, and yeah, if you keep Koivu and have Parise, well, great. Then there you go. Then you can pair somebody with Koivu, because you really never had Gaborik and Koivu together, really.
Yeah.
Gaborik was still here for a couple of years, but he was hurt the whole time.
Yeah, he was hurt.
That was bullcrap.
Then you got poor Dimitra, too.
Oh, yeah. Rest in peace there, Pavel Dimitra. Yep. Yep. I mean, he was a little bit disappointing in terms of they were both injured a lot. Both Gaborik and Dimitra were injured a lot.
For that one season, they didn't seem like they ever played with each other.
Yeah, that was the second year that Dimitra was here. But, yeah, I mean, maybe a Zach Parise, Mikko Koivu combination could spice things up. Two final things, like one quick question: would he be convinced enough for the future of the franchise to come here? You know, there's going to be competition out there to sign him, obviously. Yeah. So hopefully he wouldn't be like, this is a doormat. I don't think he would be. But the Chicagos of the world, if they have money to spend, who knows? Yeah. That would suck. But we've all seen Detroit pick up, like, what was his name? Marian Hossa, but they were already good.
Yeah. And Hossa, he's been around for how many years?
Yeah. Yep. And it's just, it seems like the big teams always pop up at the last second and swipe the big-name free agents away. It's the same ones every time. Yep. Detroit, New York. That's about it. New Jersey, too. But maybe not anymore. The other final thing, like, unless you have something to add.
I guess someone who impressed me at our last game was Blake Wheeler.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
I didn't even know he was on their team.
Yeah. He's on the Winnipeg Jets. He's kind of bounced around from the Bruins and such.
Yeah, he played good for the Bruins.
And he's kind of gotten a little bit better every year, isn't he? He's kind of he's a feisty guy, too. Yeah. Like, Gopher fans didn't like him very much.
No, I liked him from the championship.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he was good. Yep. He's always been a valuable player. Yep.
He had that amazing shootout. Shootout with the Gophers. That he won the game.
Oh, yeah.
Against Sioux, I believe.
I mean, he was kind of a debated figure, but good. Yeah. He's had a good career in the NHL. It's kind of kept getting better and better. But one final bit, too. Well, I mean, one final bit with the Parise thing is Boy, we've had a lot of we haven't had much success with Minnesota guys coming home for the Wild. Have you noticed that?
Yeah.
Parrish, who you liked a lot,
Yeah. Gosh.
was a 25-30 goal scorer with the Islanders, and I think he played for someone else before
Breaks
that.
my heart.
Yeah, and he came here and was just like, it never worked.
Yeah.
It was like Zidlicky level, with never worked.
Mm-hmm.
Matt Cullen has not been as good with the Wild that he was with Carolina. Was he? It's just, it's not,
No.
he's not as good. The only one that worked out was Darby, really.
Yep, those are the days.
That was fun.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
He was like a role player, but a damn good one, Darby. He really filled a good role.
Yeah,
I enjoyed it.
that was a great year.
Oh yeah, that was a good time. So like the one final teeny stuff is like on the Facebook page. Look up in the search bar on Facebook. Well, you have to look in the search bar, Brave the Wild Minnesota Wild Show. You can't really go to facebook.com/Brave the Wild yet until more people click like on the page. Make sure you go to the page, not the group, if you could. It's the one that would say company after the Brave the Wild Minnesota Wild Show. There was talks about, I do think Mike Yeo is going to keep his job, be better than Richards, but still, the collapse has been even bigger than Todd Richards' collapse. Brent Jacobson jumps in and says, yes, I think Yeo keeps his job, but Chuck Fletcher, not so much, really. Like, my comeback is more, he's been a good drafter, though, and at least better than Doug Risebrough. Brent Jacobson says, this probably is an excuse, but the Wild have had a ton of injuries to key guys, and that's very true. They sure have had a ton of injuries to key guys, kind of like the Minnesota Twins, really. It's been a bit. Anything you want to add? Or?
Pretty much. Yeah, injuries do plague the team.
They have plagued the team this year. Me and Sebastian Balls, who's a new listener to this show. This may be the first time he's actually listened to the show. We get into a long conversation. I'm not going to get too heavy into the overall conversation, but I'll read what he had to say first. He says, the Wild, I don't know. They are a disaster. But, I mean, I don't know what's going on. This is sad. Glad to see Koivu back. Just thought we should strip the 9 from him and give it to my idol Madonna.
Mine too.
Oh, yeah. Yep. You like Mike Madonna, too. Yep. And pay him like we did Favre just to play another year.
Oh, yeah, a lot of Minnesota hockey fans who are back from the days from the North Stars. They're big Nadano fans.
It would bring back old memories. It would bring back a lot of nice memories.
They're gonna, if they ever did that, the Wild ever got Madano to come back here, I'm sure that it would be sold out the whole time.
It would be, just to at least kind of give him a farewell tour, even. But I'm guessing he's done.
Yeah, he went back home.
Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking that's all. He's got to be like 42. Shoot, 1970. Yeah, so he's turning 42 this year. I'm a big enough nerd that I know what year Mike Madonna was born. That's because I'm not kind of a sports fan. Mikko Koivu, 1983.
You're just that good.
No, I'm just like a nerd. I'm that big of a nerd. Yep. Nick Schultz. Yeah, you know.
Joe, the sports nerd.
Yep, he's the angry sports nerd. Whoops.
Yep.
Yeah, I basically am saying he's done. I'd really like to see him back, but I think he's done. And we get into Koivu. I mean, you can check it out on there. I'm not going to read it all. We're kind of been running a little bit long already as it is. But, you can check it out on the page, see what you have to say, maybe join in the conversation. But please go to the Facebook page and click like. Yes.
Yeah, we could probably talk till morning. There's so much hockey and sports, that we can, talk, about and how crappy they are.
Yeah, we've had no fun this past 2 or 3 years here. 2009 Vikings were a lot of fun. They really were, but it ended with not tragedy, but heartbreak. Yeah, not tragedy. That's a bad word to use. But nobody died. But it was really heartbreaking. It really was. Vikings probably lost some fans for life for that game.
Yeah,
fumbles and stuff.
Just to think about it, it's like, oh my god.
Yeah, we've been through a lot here. We have. The Wild's beautiful playoff run ending with getting completely shut out in 4 games. Except for, we got one goal in Game 4 when they were down 3-0.
Yeah.
Ooh, you know? That was heartbreaking the way that finished, too. Man, I hated that. Stupid Anaheim Ducks. Anaheim, well, you can fill in the blank there.
Yeah.
Anaheim, it starts with an F. No.
Just, yeah, I thought it was weird that we had the movie in Minnesota, The Mighty Ducks, and that was a team that just completely wasted us.
Yeah, they ended our miracle run. They ended it. Of course, they got beat by New Jersey in 7 games in that year, but a few years later they went on and won a Stanley Cup, and we're still waiting. Sickening. North Stars went on a miracle run in 91 when they were having the kind of year the Wild are right now, where they just were okay, and then they were really crappy, and then they finished strong and went to the finals. Miracle run and ended sadly, but it was an amazing run that no one will forget.
I still remember when Madonna went around the rink with the trophy.
With the Campbell Trophy?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Conference Campbell.
Yeah.
That was that was nice, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was
It
awesome.
was like a celebration type deal. Yep.
Yeah.
Because they won it in Edmonton, but came back and celebrated. Yep. Campbell Conference champions. Yep. That was back when it was split up in that deal rather than not just regions.
I think I still have that hockey card when he did that, when he had the title.
Oh, that was nice, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And he was awfully young back then. 91, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep.
91.
One of the best years.
That was fun, wasn't it?
91 Blizzard.
91 Blizzard too. Yep.
Yep.
That was a fun year.
Yep.
Twins winning the World Championship. Yes.
Yep. Yep.
No, I won't even get into the Vikings or Wolves, but they didn't make the playoffs. But the other two teams, North Stars and Twins, had some fun times.
Yep. Kirby Puckett.
I'm gonna cry.
Yeah.
I miss him.
Yep.
Minnesota teams need a Kirby Puckett on them.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they need. Yep.
Yeah.
They need a face of the franchise that not only does good in the regular season, but plays even better in the postseason.
Mm-hmm.
Kirby, we love you out there. Yeah, we do. If you're listening somehow, we love you.
Always be a part of our hearts.
Yes, I mean Minnesota needs. That's the one guy that got it done more than anyone.
Mm-hmm.
Man, stepped it up in the postseason. An all-star in the regular season and stepped it up in the postseason.
Mm-hmm.
See, it's like that's the one thing that all of our teams have been lacking. Obviously, the Wild especially. It looked like Gaborik was going to be that during 02-03, where, it's like, here's the perfect terminology, I think. I mean, it's up to you if you agree or not, but listeners and, of course, Neil. All-star in the regular season, legend in the postseason. That's what it's all about, I think. That's what it's all about.
It's all about the postseason.
Yep. You can be an all-star in the regular season, but the legends are made in the postseason, and Kirby did that.
Yep, just like Gretzky.
Mm-hmm. Gretzky, with the 4-time champion Edmonton Oilers.
Mm-hmm.
4 times. Yep.
Yep.
It's happened. Lemieux with 2 cups in a... Okay, why did I say that? Because, we know what his first one was. That son of a gun.
Mm-hmm.
Why did I... I'm really sorry. I just ruined everything
Joe,
there.
what were you thinking?
That was dumb. Sorry, guys. Sorry. He was good, though. He was good, but... Yeah, we just wish he wasn't then.
Yeah.
Not that year.
Mm-mm.
Son of a gun.
What were you thinking?
So, final little brief question before we sign off, and you can follow the Twitter account, twitter.com/BraveTheWild. Yes. Final tiny miniature discussion. Does this team make the playoffs, yes or no?
I would say no way, Jose.
I don't think there's any chance. And that's too bad because how good they were earlier, but it doesn't, there's no way they're going to make the playoffs.
No.
I can't believe it. I can't believe it.
Unless they make a blockbuster trade.
Pull off a North Stars run, maybe. They're going to have to. They're going to need 91 North Stars magic to make the playoffs this year.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to, aren't they?
Yep.
Oh, man. Who knows? Stranger things have happened, but that would be probably the strangest. I don't know why I said stranger, but strange things have happened. But that would be the strangest.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And any final thoughts?
Oh, and not too many, no. Getting a little tired, so.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's been a good show. Yep. Understandable. It's been I hope you've enjoyed your time, though. Once again.
Yeah. It's always a good time when I'm with you and talking. Always been a good buddy of mine, so.
Oh, yeah. Thank you, sir. Yep. You've been a good buddy as well. And this has been it's been a joy doing this show, and we must do more and more in the future in studio. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Palladino Studios. Yes.
Yeah.
So with that, final contact details. Brave the Wild is available on thesportstuff.com, and it's available on iTunes, of course. Thank you always for downloading and listening to this show. Please do join the message boards on thesportstuff.com. Go to the front page of the website, then click on the button that says TSS Boards. Then click Register. Join those boards. We'd appreciate it very much. Talk hockey with members out there. The Chris Porters, Matt Kennedys, Heidi Kleiber and such out there. Give it a conversation. Yes, sir. It would be very cool. The Neil Natedogg Theising out there. Yep, Brave the Wild Facebook page. Yes, sir. Get on there and get the conversation going. This is actually the first time I even talked about the Facebook page extensively on Brave the Wild, and it's nice to see a little bit of action on there, and we hope to hear more from you in the future.
Yep.
Would be cool.
Come on, State of Hockey, let's do this.
Let's do it. Yep. Oh, and one last thing. The call-in line, 209-736-7877. 209-736-7877. His voicemail, do treat it as such, so mention which show you're calling into, which is Brave the Wild. Statement, shout-out, comment, question, whatever. Your voice will be with mine or me and Neil's, whichever the situation is. Would be great to hear from you. And there you go.
There you go. There you go.
There you go. So thanks again, guys, for listening. Thanks, Neil, always.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Thank
yes.
you, sir.
Mm-hmm. And episode number 54, Brave the Wild, is coming to a close. We'll be back for the double nickel. Hopefully sooner than later. Take care, everybody.